And we're back, everyone. This time around, we got Infect the Mirror. Prez, what you feeling about this?
I'm thinking this is going to go either very slow or very fast. And by that, I mean it's either going to go very slow by virtue of they're going to get in for chip damage, and then it's going to be a counterspell battle after counterspell battle, or someone's just going to get in there and kill the other person extremely quickly.
You know, I'm
also,
hoping.
we missed it during the break there. Thank you very much for the resub, Malfi.
Yes, that is correct. Thank you, Malfi, so much. I believe that is your second month in a row. Appreciate it. Enjoy the emotes.
Yes, very much appreciated everyone who can throw their prime our way.
Yep. I'm really excited to see how this turns out. We're gonna hopefully see a turn 2 kill. Maybe we go with the Glistening boy and get out there.
Yep. So it looks like we're just starting off right now. Oliver's on the play, so he's going to start off with a Once Upon a Time.
Good old Once Upon a Time.
Yeah. This is Bant Infect. So we're going to grab a Inkmoth Nexus here.
The best kind of Infect currently. You got to play that white just in case. You never know.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's very good, too, because in this case, Sword Splashers out of the sideboard is going to be very, very good in the mirror.
Mm-hmm. Start off with that lovable fetch into a Trump. What are we going to play? A Noble?
I'd imagine so. HMan3471, thank you very much for the follow.
Appreciate the follow.
Yep. So this is a Noble.
The turn 1 Noble. Now, are we going to see the Noble beats to death, or are we going to see an Infect beat to death?
We're going to see a Infect beat to death here, I would imagine. So we're going to see Trop into Glistener Elf.
Yeah. A good old Phyrexian foil. Gotta love the new Phyrexia foil symbol too. Infect.
Yeah.
Doctilia with the 4 months in a row.
Thank you for the resub.
Enjoy the emotes.
Yes, which we do have now.
There's a Big Brain Brainstorm Man emote. There's a Preacher Beyond Sadistic, who is our lovely streamer if you do bit emotes. And there is a Grand Dun, which is the Grandee himself of Goblins.
Yes.
Wasteland.
I really like firing off the Wasteland there just for the tempo play that it'll give.
Grislow is indeed the mirror. That is the theme tonight.
Yeah.
We did colorless post previously, and this round is Infect.
Yeah. It's going to be like the last match finished very quickly. This one's, I imagine, could be over fairly quickly as well. That being said, though, Oliver being on the play and having that mana advantage, and especially, wastelanding the first drop there, really is going to slow person down.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting setup here. We got the 1/1 Infect boy, the good old Glistener Elf. Could be blocked.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the good things here about deploying the second Noble, because and this is another thing too, is you gotta play the whole respect that you could potentially just die at any given point, and both these players know it. However, in this particular case, it looks like Oliver was just willing to just take it there, so I would imagine that means that he's got probably a handful of counter magic.
I would imagine so. We're deploying the Inkmoth Nexus that we knew about.
Yeah, which this is very good, because this Inkmoth, A, gets double exalted, and B, it flies. Very, very relevant.
Oh, yeah. Good old Charbel out here, eating potato chips, stomach hurt.
I'm so jealous.
Unfortunato. Oop,
Brainstorm.
Oil Brainstorm.
Yes, and person is a huge, huge collector of the Japanese OG foils.
Gotta love those too. That's a Mercadian Mass foil.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite foil printings of all time. Right there.
It's very, very pretty for sure.
Yeah.
And Oliver on the other end of the spectrum preferring the signed cards.
Damaged cards? Excuse you? Remember this.
Damaged, yeah.
Are we going to fight over this? No resolves.
I don't mind letting this card resolve. So we're going to get another drop here. And then passing back with no attack. Interesting.
Doc, we might have to get those table flipped. Maybe. Maybe we'll see the noble beat death. Oh, it looks like we lost Prez's stream, unfortunately.
Yep,
I'm
it's
sure he'll
coming
be
back.
back. I'm sure he'll be back shortly. Ah, he's back.
Yes, my computer tends to spontaneously do that, and I have no idea why. It's like it just went to sleep all of a sudden for some
Oh
reason.
man,
Even though it didn't be.
terrible. Making the bad choices out here. Eating a Popeyes biscuit. Did you at least have a drink with it? 'Cause those things are dry. Oh, we're gonna see the
Oh,
scale up.
we are going to see a scale up. Oof, this is not what you want to see if you're in Oliver's position. Now, that being said, though, this is potentially like you can still block this. That being said, you will get blown out by Berserk.
We do have double blue up though.
That is true.
Are we gonna allow it? I'm assuming it resolves. We gonna take this? What are we thinking here?
I'm just thinking here. Actually, I almost don't mind with this attack here blocking with the Inkmoth Nexus because that the 1 damage from the Infect will actually kill the Glistener Elf on the next turn.
Looks like we're not.
So we're going to see a Berserk. So Oliver's got to counter this. Otherwise, he's just dead. Oh, looks like there was no blocks with the.
I would assume so. We gonna daze it?
Interesting.
We gonna daze? We gonna brainstorm? What are we doing here? We got a spell
Pierce.
Okay.
Nice.
We're dazing.
That's a daze.
I think we just pay for that.
Yeah, pays for it there.
Seems good. We take those.
Yeah. I actually, again, I'm no Infect player, but to me, I really like blocking with the second Inkmoth there, just because that will kill the Glistener Elf on the next turn with the -1/-1 counter on it.
But I kind of like having the Inkmoth Nexus to animate the other Inkmoth.
I guess. Well, and it depends, because if Oliver's going to swing in for lethal here...
Invigorate.
Yeah, which that is going to be lethal there, because that is a 7/7 Inkmoth coming in. So I guess given that, it makes sense. Yeah, so Oliver's going to take game 1 there against Person. So, sideboards.
I'm looking at 1 Bajuka Bog, 1 Caracas, 1 Crop Rotation for the lovely Crop Rotate package. Flusher Storm, a Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Swords to Plowshare, a Veil, 1 Absolute Law, 1 Rest in Peace, 2 Spellskite, 1 Teferi Time Raveler, 1 Viridian Corruptor, and 1 Force of Vigor. What are we feeling?
Absolutely Force of Vigor. Big reason why is Spellskite's going to be a huge pain in the mirror here. Other reason why as well is because Force of Vigor hits Inkmoth Nexus.
Fair.
I also like Teferi Time Raveler in the mirror here, just because that it basically makes it so that way your opponent cannot, they have to do all of their pumps before the attack. There will be no mid-combat tricks.
Do you metagame them and board in the Swords of Plowshares, you think?
Absolutely. That would 100% come in, I think. Main reason why is because that it's, and I think that's kind of just it in this matchup, is that you basically need to get one of these Mirror Breaker cards and then just make sure it sticks before the other player does, because whoever lands the Teferi first is probably going to win. That being said, the Swords to Plowshares is also extremely good.
Oh, yeah.
Ability to just, exile one of the creatures, and it's just the same thing. Infect loses to spot removal sometimes on your Infector. So anything you can do to try and keep all of them back in the game, I think, is really good.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the out here is just, of course, once again, the drag race out. We're just going to get the Infector out and hopefully go for a turn 3 kill or less.
Yeah. Calling out Oliver on the invitational there.
You can't cast Berserk into a Teferi. It's unfortunato.
Well, not mid-combat anyway.
No, it's not.
Which, hilariously, if he'd just done it he won that game anyway. But if he'd just done that main phase, it would have been lethal anyway. But
Yeah, you could side invert in a corruptor. It's a metagame call. Like
yeah.
again.
Actually, no. I just realized Berserk only hits target attacking creature. Which, if that's the case, you can never cast it with the Teferi out.
Oh yeah. Can an infect creature deal combat damage to a planeswalker?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
The one time it will actually deal normal damage.
Gotta love how infect actually works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
What are we feeling though? I'm really liking Persian Secret Stack. You know, the foil daisies are a nice touch. OG art, of course. It's very characteristic of, you know, the old school legacy player.
Yeah. I. Mm, I don't know.
Foils? What do you mean?
Yeah, it's the foils versus the signed, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
and that's just that. Is I know in Oliver's case, he's made some concessions this matchup because I know that they wanted to run different fetch lands by virtue of just Oliver didn't have the same fetch lands person did signed. So,
Unfortunato.
yeah, pretty much.
Whoa, that doesn't look right. Didn't Oliver win? Yeah. Okay, now
Yeah, there you go.
we're keeping you honest, Sadistic. We're keeping you honest. Don't worry, Oliver won game 1. We're on game 2, folks. If you're just joining,
Yeah. So
we are.
Preston will be on the play though, which is going to be very important here.
Mhm. If you're new here, we are the MTGPL, the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. We play a lot of these fun events. Type in !Discord to check out our lovely Discord. We host an invitational every quarter. This is our Legacy Fight Night every Tuesday. Every Saturday, we have a Saturday weekly challenge, which we do over MTG Melee. And then every other Sunday, we do an EU-centric time zone challenge for Sunday.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. Would definitely advise giving it a try out, and it's free entry to everything.
Of course, and if you win, you get a lovely Dark Ritual token, which is a lot of cool fun to play. It's got our logo on the back.
They're
On the
very
front.
pretty.
Foil by our in-house artists. If you type in !Art, you'll get to see their Instagram.
Yes. Ooh. Okay, so we got turn 1 Glistener Elf from Oliver, and then turn 2 Blighted Agent from Person. So, yeah.
We might drag race. Let's go.
Yeah, this could be very, very quick here.
Let's go. Are we gonna block? Are we not gonna block? What we feeling? Big thing.
Yeah, and I totally get why, because the problem is this Blighted Agent you cannot block.
Are we blocking with the Blighted Agent, or is he just...
No, he's just moving it more on screen.
Oh, we are trading.
We are trading. Okay, I actually really like that trade for the most part. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's gonna get dazed.
Yeah, understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. This does, however, shut off the good old play that you would be doing here with the Inkmoth Nexus. Makes it very difficult to play out.
Yeah.
And we're going to see another Blight Agent.
Yes.
Will this get dazed? Do we have a daze?
Nope, does not.
Unfortunate. Are we passing back? Nope.
Yeah, just passing back there.
No, it looks like we're just moving things.
Yeah. So we're going to see a Windswept Heath here.
Onslaught, of course. Very nice.
Yep. Fetch with the Heath.
Get another Trump.
Yeah, definitely in the drop. So of note, though, Infect is definitely one of the decks that wants to be playing all the copies of Trop it can.
Yeah, I think it was the only deck previously that actually played 4 Trops.
Yeah. There's very few decks that run 4 copies of a dual land, with the exception of something Beyond Sadistic, no. Absolutely not.
Hey, Dead Guy Ale plays 4 Scrublands.
That's true, it does. Infect juice. Gross. Attack here with a fire. So we're going to invigorate. Okay, so this is going to be for 5 now.
We're going to gain some life.
Gaining 3 life. And then do we have the Berserk? Looks like we do.
We're going.
And it looks like that's just it. Oliver's going to take this in 2 very short games.
Woo!
Wow,
Oliver out here.
Exactly enough.
Oliver out here, literally naked throwing it out. No backup. Just
yeah.
Do you have it?
Do you have it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was it. That was 2 very, very short games there, won by Oliver. So, oh my goodness. That was unfortunate, but yeah, and absolutely, you know, just as you said, naked throwing it out there was absolutely nothing. There was a force of will.
That is so unbelievable. And when it comes to decks that play 4 ofs, Delver decks often play 3 of each. Gracious Delver initially played 3 Underground Seas and 3 Volks.
Yeah, even Blue-Red doesn't play 4 Volks in it. I don't think I've seen a Delver deck with 4 copies of the same dual lane in a long time. Deathmark89, thank you very much for the follow.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
But anyway, that will be a very short round 2 there. We will be back shortly for an absolute slog of a game or a 3rd match here. So,
stick around. It's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So anyway, we will see you back here shortly, and have a good evening.
Have a good one.